welcome back to another wonderful video of mine. In this video, I am going to be giving you guys my honest opinion on an install that we had from Empire. If you're not interested on this is the time to click out, because I know you guys usually come on here for my makeup or my other reviews, but this is something that we went through in our remodeling process for our house recently. And for anyone else that is thinking about doing a remodel and using Empire, I just wanted to come up here and give you guys my honest review. I'm not being sponsored. I'm not getting a kickback. I'm not getting a discount or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion on how the install went, before, during, and after. Okay. So let's begin. We have used Empire before. They have done about 2 rooms of ours. We've done a guest bedroom upstairs, and we have done a small laundry room upstairs. We did this about 7 or 8 years ago. It went very well. The prices are, medium range, I would say. They do have financing, which is a draw for us, because what we want to do is open a line of credit with them and then pay it off monthly. I don't really have the money to shuck over for the entire install, just write them a check and everything. So we usually look at remodeling jobs where we can open up a line of credit and then pay as we go, okay? So our first install with Empire went very well. The material is very durable. We've had absolutely no issues. So we went ahead, and when it came time to remodel the bottom of our house, we have a it's like a family room, a dinette area, and a kitchen area, plus a hallway, foyer, that we wanted to redo, that had hardwood floors on it that we wanted to rip up, and then also a small powder room. We also had a staircase that had carpeting, very old bubblegum pink carpet on it, that we wanted to tear up and then put a runner or another Berber type of carpet on it if we couldn't salvage the wood underneath it. So that's our background. That's how we went into it. We called Empire. We scheduled a meeting with the salesperson. Salesperson came over, very nice young man, looked at everything, very knowledgeable on his wood and what types of wood, and high traffic areas versus a lower traffic area, and what we should do. My first question was, can we use wood inside of our kitchen area, since the kitchen tends to be a very high traffic area, plus there's a lot of moisture in there. There's a lot of things that can spill, and it can take a lot of dings and walking around the kitchen. Obviously things can fall out of a refrigerator, or you can have a bottle fall out. Eggs have dropped on the floor before. So we wanted to make sure that anything that we put into our kitchen would be good and would last for a while. So we settled on engineered hardwoods, and I'll put some pictures up here on one of these sides as I'm going along and talking to you guys about it. We chose engineered, I think it's re-engineered hardwoods, because they do have a layer of real wood on top, but then underneath that layer is plank, which is very hardy plank. And they are much more durable than, I would say, vinyl is, or there's such thing as luxury vinyl now, I think, and also, like Pergo or anything like that. We didn't do straight hardwoods because, honestly, in his opinion, putting straight hardwoods into the kitchen would not have worked because of the high traffic area. Hardwoods tend to be softer than the re-engineered hardwood. So that's why we went with the re-engineered hardwood. The one that we got was from the Cambridge line, and it's called Chestnut. And again, I'll put some pictures up here as I'm talking. It is a dark cherry type of wood. It's hickory. It looks very elegant. It's very formal. It's not for everybody, but for our taste and what we wanted to do for our downstairs, we do have leather couches. We want to repaint our walls and get up to speed. I know everyone's doing gray now, or grayish, or some semblance of that. So we wanted really nice, sophisticated. Modern feel to our house as we're getting it upgraded and remodeled. So we chose a darker wood. And he was really nice. He had a lot of samples in his truck. He went out and got all of these different planks and samples and educated us on different types of wood and what the durability would be and how it would wear. And I got a chance to put these samples next to my couch and next to my fireplace so that I would see how it all would blend in and how it would work. Some wood was very pretty visually to look at, but of course it wouldn't work on our environment. It just looked too busy, or just too, your eyes would be too drawn to it. I wanted something that would blend into our environment but look sophisticated, but not something where people would come in and go, whoa, what the heck is that on the floor? And especially for a resale value, you do want to do something that is acceptable and middle of the road, as far as neutral, that a lot of people can work with as far as their taste is concerned. So moving on, so we scheduled the install, and we got the deal was, I can't remember how many square foot it was. I can look it up probably on my invoice, but we got the deal that was the 50-50 deal that happens once or twice a year from Empire, where they give you a 50% discount on install, on labor and material, and they throw in a lot of extras. And we had to get our for the powder room, we discussed that we needed to uninstall the toilet and uninstall. We have a pedestal vanity, and I'll show you a picture of that up here, that we needed to uninstall. And I also made a comment that we have to be careful around the appliances in the kitchen. They have to be moved out and disconnected. We do have a gas stove that needed to be disconnected, and of course the refrigerator moved out of the place. And we do have a dishwasher that is a very tight fit in our kitchen, that we had to be very, very careful of as far as it being fitted around the kitchen. So that was all documented. Everything was fine. And the next step was scheduling the actual install. And he talked about, packing up everything as far as our tchotchkes in the other room, packing up all of the stuff that is breakable and that we can get moved out of the way, lamps and things like that. And then he told us that the people that would come to do the install would move the furniture themselves. And we actually have, we're still currently doing it, have two installs. One would be just the carpet people, and the other one would be the wood people. And the wood people would come first. The carpet, I don't know if I mentioned this, we wanted to do the stairs, and we also have like a broom closet and a downstairs coat closet that we wanted to recarpet. It has some old carpet in it, but we wanted to freshen that up. Very small square footage areas, and so we chose some Berber carpet. And again, he had some samples of that too, so we went ahead and did that. All right, so moving on, we got the people that showed up, which the story will start to get interesting here. The people that showed up was a mom and pop couple, and a Spanish couple that didn't know very much English, but we made do. I know a little bit of Spanish, so I made do with my Spanish, and they made do with their English. And I must say the man was a highly trained professional as far as wood install. I was very impressed. I was shocked when they first came. They came honestly with this nondescript white beat up white van, and they didn't have any logo or Empire logo on it or anything. So I was like, who are these people that are showing up? And then I started to realize, oh, these are really subcontractors. They don't really work for Empire. And that's one of the things I did want to tell you guys. Empire subcontracts out probably all of their work. They do not have their own employees come and do the install. They have contractors that are on call that they schedule out, and basically you'll just get whoever's in the neighborhood and whoever is uh, available at the time to go ahead and come and install, for them. And they kind of like round robin it or cycle it through a number of their contractors. So anyway, this couple comes in, and first thing they do is start to move the furniture, which I was very impressed that they just move things around and move things out of the way very, very quickly. They had these pads, to place underneath the furniture so they could slide it and move it and lift it and everything. And they put some of the smaller pieces out in our garage, which I moved my car out of the way so that they could put like the coffee table, the dinette table, the chairs, end tables, things like that. The two couches, the couch and sofa, they just kind of put one on top of the other, and then they shoved it to one end of the room while they did their prep work. Then they started to dismantle. We had a Berber carpet in the family room. Don't know if I mentioned that. That was like a Kelly green, horrible rug that was here from the get-go. And then we had basically stick-on tile in the dinette and kitchen area, which was just falling apart and cracking. What I liked about their disassembly is they went down to the plank of our first floor. Now, our first floor is not a concrete slab, it's plank, and then we have like a crawl space underneath. So they went right down to the plank. They got up all the old tile. In fact, they got up linoleum, like linoleum that had been here since like 1982, like the first known linoleum. So they really, really went right down. They did not do like a floating over our garbage that has been there for years and years. And we've had some contractors that would come in, and when they gave us an estimate, they gave us maybe a lower estimate or lowball, like try to get the contract work from us. But when we would question them or interview them, they said, oh, we won't even touch your kitchen tiles. We won't do anything except put the floor right on top of it. And that was something that we did not want to do. We really wanted to take it down to the plank and make sure that everything was cleared out, everything was done the right way, there was no leakage, there was nothing that, could hinder it. We really wanted it to be remodeled, not just patched up. So that was really good. They took everything off, and then they started with the hardwoods that were in our foyers, and they destroyed those. They just, banged it and took all of that off. Took it off in the powder room, and the lady dismantled the pedestal sink. She dismantled the toilet. I helped her actually disconnect the gas line from the stove. And at first they didn't want to touch it. They don't have to touch that actually, as far as the gas line is concerned, or water or anything like that. But they were very nice once I started to do it. And brought in my own tools. They lend a hand, and believe me, she knew what she was doing. And together we, I helped along and we dismantled it. And I didn't have a problem with that because I wanted to make sure it was done right. So that's that. So it took them about 2 days to completely do the work. And like I said, this is just for the wood. The first day, and I'll show you the end pictures, how far they got the first day, they did about 3/4 of our family room, down to the dinette, and they went lengthwise, so they just kept going, the plank kept going. And then the second day They finished up with the family room, the dinette room. They did the kitchen. They did the hallway. They were here first thing at 8 a.m. They asked me what time they should arrive the next day, and I told her like 8 a.m. Would that be okay? And she said no problem. And they were very on time. Like they were here like at 7:55 even. They hit our driveway at 7:55, came in at 8 a.m. and hit the ground running. I have never seen two people work that hard in my life. I mean, seriously, that woman worked like an animal. She was cleaning behind her husband. She did as much work as her husband. She would throw things out, clean things up, dismantle stuff. She was putting the sink one way and putting it and schlepping it out and then schlepping it back and reinstalling the toilet. I was really amazed at how much knowledge she had to contribute to the whole process. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the negatives, okay? There are some negatives that came up, and I want to be very truthful about this because, when you're going into this type of situation, especially if you're going to be working around a bathroom area or a kitchen area, you got to be aware of some of these things. The first thing, and this is not really anybody's fault, it's just the way things worked out, and everything works out for a reason. I believe that. When the pedestal was put back, the sink pedestal, it was always a very, very hard fit, especially getting behind there for the pipes and the J pipes, as they call them, the PVC pipes and everything, and to tighten them back on. She worked for literally an hour, if not more, to put back that sink. And once we turned it on, and it was our fault because we didn't really test it that well, but once she left and we turned it back on, we did notice that there was some leakage of the water onto, of course, my brand new re-engineered floors, which absolutely freaked me out. Now, it wasn't a huge damage or a huge puddle, but it was enough to really warrant my, just not to be happy at all. So I crawled under there, and to the best of my ability with a rag, I tried to turn it and tighten it. I didn't have any wrench or any equipment specific to tightening it. So we talked about getting either a plumber in or somebody to tighten it and get it, going right. Now, could we have called a plumber and could we have tighten it some more? I think we could have called and complained about it, but honestly I really don't think that it was her fault, in that they did the best that they could, and we had that original pedestal again for about 15 years or so. Never really liked it. We've had a number of complaints with other plumbers that have come in to fix certain areas of that sink and have complained about not being able to get back there, and it was so tight and all of that. And they all suggested that we replace it. So we wound up, long story short, replacing that sink. We basically called Mr. Plumber to come out, and we went ahead and bought a small vanity sink. It's like a Euro design, and I'll show you a picture of that too up here. And we decided to just chuck the whole pedestal sink, take it out because of the leaking. I did not want to destroy any of that wood floor anymore, and start fresh with a small vanity that was a modern vanity that people could get behind there easily and put it together, and we could maintain it. So that's what we wound up doing. Again, nothing against Empire in that respect. Where I do want to say that we are having some issues right now, and I'm sure this will be resolved by the time this video goes up, is around the kitchen area where our dishwasher is. I wasn't there during the install of the wood, but we are having a time opening up the dishwasher door all the way down. It literally, you can hear it go, there's something under it that it snags on, for want of a better word. And so when it's opening up, it's not allowing it. I can open it up fully if I force it, but then when I close it, it literally it's like a door hinge being off. I think the door hinge or something is off, and the tightness of that dishwashing area, it's always been very tight, and I had concerns, and I voiced my concerns during the sales process, and I was assured that they've worked with things like this, and they're professional, and they can put in the wood and all of this other stuff. Well, we are having an issue, and my husband is going to be calling Empire out again to go ahead and try to fix whatever it is that is just bumping up, I think, against that wood edge, because it's taking it to the edge of the kitchen counter without going underneath the kitchen counter, because we haven't redone our kitchen cabinets yet. So it's not like that wood is underneath the kitchen cabinets. It's just butted up against the kitchen cabinets. And for some reason, because of the tightness of the fit of the dishwasher, something's screwing something up. And I'm not a professional, so I don't know what is screwing what up. It just happens to be there. But I wanted to let you guys know that if you are doing a kitchen renovation and you are putting down some wood floors, to be careful, and definitely watch out for certain things like dishwashers, or stoves or anything like that, because appliances can butt up against that wood and things could start to happen. Okay, so that's it. Overall, I would say that I would definitely use Empire again. I've used them before. I'm not gonna say this is a deal breaker as far as my dishwasher is concerned. It's an annoyance. It's an annoyance that we'll have to live with for a few days till they get out here. This is the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, so I didn't think that someone would be running out here immediately to fix our issues. We did leave a voice message over the weekend, so we will be following up next week as far as, with Empire to schedule when they can come out. We haven't had the carpet installed yet, so that's another thing that got stopped because the next crew has to come in. And again, with the holidays, we ourselves said, hey, with everything going on, we don't want to deal with the carpet right now. We'll deal with it in a couple of weeks when everything is done for the holidays. So once that is done, I'll give you a review on the carpet install too, and let you guys know how that went, and hopefully that'll be a-okay, so everything will work out. So thank you again for listening to this review. I hope that you found it helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you like these type of videos and reviews. I try to put up as much things as possible in my daily life. If I come across it and I have an experience with a certain contractor or something, I will review it, or a certain product, obviously, I will review it. Have a blessed day, and please subscribe and share this video to whoever wants to see it. If they're thinking about putting in wood flooring or anything like that. And have a great holiday season, and I will catch you in my next